Who, me?
Yeah.
Hello, my gorgeous.
Cheers. What have we got?
Well, I've got a straw. It's
Yep.
funny because my straw floats on the top.
Yeah, I've well, you know, they're just small straws.
Yes.
We've gone tradish
Okay.
for an August evening. We've gone tradish.
Oh, it's perfect.
Mm.
It's a bit. People could guess. It's bright orange.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like Lucasade, which is a drink
Doesn't.
they had. Oh no, they still do have
It doesn't
Lucasade.
taste like Lucasade.
Doesn't it?
No.
Oh. So it's Italian.
Italian.
It sounds like
orange.
apples.
It sounds like apples. It's an Aperol Spritz, guys.
And
Our
it's
first of
delicious.
two. I think we'll do two
Oh,
tonight.
we can have two tonight.
These are quite weak, aren't they? Well, they're quite small.
Small.
Mm.
Quite large actually.
Ooh.
Quite small.
You know what? I think there's too much Prosecco in it.
Oh, I
Not
think
enough
there's not
Aperol.
enough. No, I disagree. I think it's
Oh.
perfect.
Okay. Could do with some popcorn, couldn't we?
No, because we can't chew.
Not
and
for the
talk at the same
listeners,
time.
obviously.
Right.
Anyway, what's been going on? How's your week?
Well,
We've got so much to talk about this week. We'll try and squeeze it into a
yeah, we have got quite a lot.
39-minute segment.
So you're asking me about my week.
Mhm.
So my week, I'm going to talk about. I think I'm just two things, okay?
Right.
So the first one that I want to talk about, because I can't get over how there's not many brilliant films being made at the moment, and there hasn't been for quite a while, probably since COVID, and they're using it as an excuse. But there's been some fantastic series and mini-series, hasn't there?
Yeah,
And-
we love a mini-series.
Yeah, I like a mini-series when it's good, and then I wished it were a long series. So the ones that you've got to see, this one you've got to see, it's absolutely brilliant. It's Love and Death. It's an American American crime drama. It's a TV miniseries. There's only 7 episodes, but it stars the brilliant Elizabeth Olsen,
Sister of?
sister of the Olsen twins, I
Yeah,
suppose.
sister of good old Mary-Kate and Ashley.
And Mary-Kate and Ashley were in a famous film. Was it Parent Trap?
Oh my gosh, no, mummy.
Oh,
That
what
was
ones?
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, I do get them muddled.
Oh,
What were they in
gosh.
then?
Mary-Kate and Ashley. Do you not remember my DVD collection?
Oh, yes, of course I do. Yes, Mary-Kate.
Mary-Kate and
Oh,
Ashley.
there's 3 of them.
No.
Mary-Kate, Ashley and Elizabeth.
No,
Oh.
no. Mary-Kate is one. Ashley is the other.
Oh, how confusing.
And Elizabeth is not a twin, but a sister.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the other 2 twins.
Anyway.
Anyway, she's in the leading female role, and she so suits it. You're
good.
never going to guess the way it goes.
Mm.
And then what's interesting is Jesse Plemons, who, if you've not heard of him, he's married to, oh God, what's her Knight? Kirsten Dunst. He's married to Kirsten Dunst, you know that girl wasn't she in Wimbledon?
Yep, good
Yeah,
film.
in the film, good film. Yeah, filmed where we used to live. So Jesse Plemons is the guy in the male leading role. If you haven't heard of him, he was, I think he made his sort of I'm Here to Stay debut in Friday Night Lights, which if you're based in America, you'll know it. And if you'll watch it, you'll know it. But the great thing is, and it always impresses me, it's based on true
I
events.
love a true story crime drama.
Yeah.
Or a true story anything.
Yeah. It's really good. Very interesting the way they've made Jesse Plemons not only look.
They put
But-
prosthetics on him.
No, they build the face. Yeah, it's just TV. It's just wardrobe effects.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I mean, prosthetics.
yeah. He. Oh God, he plays that role.
They're all good, actually. Even the husband of Elizabeth Olsen.
He's not in it so much, but
No,
yeah,
but
he was
he's good
good.
as well.
He's good. He's well known.
We're not even halfway through, are we?
No, and we can't talk about anything else. It's aired
Very
on
good.
HBO if you can get that. I think you can in America.
Love an HBO drama.
Do you know what attracted me to it in the beginning, where I knew it was going to be absolutely
The trailer.
utterly- Yeah, the trailer was good. No, but I was going to say the utterly brilliant opening theme by Nina Simone, because if you like, is it Big Little Lies?
Oh, yeah.
If you like Big Little Lies, you're going to love this.
Yeah, it's on the same track.
But you won't predict this. It's really good. We're only
Yeah, I
halfway
love it.
through. Have to report more next week.
Okay. Good.
Second thing this week I want to talk about, because I can't stop posting pictures about it. I wait all year for this moment, and luckily we live near world-renowned international polo field. Well, near, it's next door to us.
Yeah.
And of course, August is very important. It sees the first 2 weeks see the Silver Cup after the bronze in July, and then the second 2 weeks in August sees the big one, which is the Gold Cup competition of the International Polo Cup.
And you're dragging me to all the matches.
All the matches. The ponies bring you down to earth, don't they? Because they're so beautiful.
I bring you down to earth after you've had a glass of cava.
Yeah, they do. They're so tiny, and their polo ponies are so expensive and so valuable, and they're so beautiful. I love it. Obviously, I love the fashion. I love the whole fraternity. I love the look of the men. I mean, the men at polo are so beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
But what's interesting is we always used to go in Brighton. We lived in Brighton and Hove. We always used to go to Cowdray Park.
Okay.
Do you remember?
I do remember, yeah.
You remember we always used to take, because there you sort of take a picnic and you...
I prefer that though, because I mean I like where we go now, but it's become a little bit of a
commercial.
It's somewhat of a tourist trap in a way, and you've got so many like food stalls and music situations, which we won't get started on.
Let's not get started on.
They're rather loud.
The after polo music is...
Which in Spain, they start at midnight and they go until 6 a.m.
No, I'm going to talk about this actually,
okay.
because
I've set you off.
Yeah, you've set me off. So it's not they start at midnight and go to 6. No, where we live is a municipality that has a mayor. The mayor has given a 5-year licence, probably to be extended, to this what I call a nightclub. It's not Blanc, it's not Rain, it's not Whites, it's not like you'd get at Cowdray. It's an open air thing, blasting out ridiculous music that nobody who belongs to the polo set would want to listen to. And he's given them a licence to play at midnight until 5 in the morning, which means 6. And if you're in Spain, you know midnight means 11:30. And they've given the licence from August the 1st to the 31st, which if you live in Spain, that means you can really get away with it from the middle of July. So it's a 10-kilometre radius, that noise. And it's boom, boom, boom.
It's awful.
You can't sleep through
so
a single night.
Loud. It's like next to you, drum and bass.
And can I just say it violates the European law about outdoor music festivals, concerts, and sound.
You better start a petition, Mummy.
I've already done that.
With the neighbourhood.
But he's ignorant and he's ignored it.
She's written to the mayor. Okay.
Yeah, the police are on my side.
So that concludes.
Then we get the revellers coming home in the morning. But the game, what I wanted to say, the match in Cowdray is terrific. But if you haven't been to one in Spain, you don't realise the viciousness of the speed itself.
Oh gosh, it's just, you want to watch it with one eye closed,
the
because
accidents.
it's quite, would it be called fretful? Is that a word?
Sort of fraught.
Anxious inducing.
Oh yeah, I suppose fretful, yeah.
Anyway,
it's
nerve-wracking to watch.
It is nerve-wracking to watch. It's so fast.
Crazy.
Compared to England, they just have no fear, and sadly there's been a couple of very, very near deaths, and poor horses I think was a death. And
oh god, I don't even want to talk about that.
It's really sad.
Anyway,
so my week was met with
mainly
one
polo.
Brilliant thing.
Oh yes,
and another brilliant thing.
Oh right, two things. Right, good.
Darling. No,
I've got a lot. Last week, in episode 7, we mentioned that there was big news, and I was going to save it until this week, and now I can tell you. I could have told you last week, to be quite honest.
You can express the sheer size of it now.
Oh gosh, yes. No, it's not. I mean, it doesn't affect any listener at all, really.
I don't know. I think people will empathise.
Perhaps. I quit my job. Round of applause. Cheers, cheers. Chin, chin.
Definitely. Cheers to that.
I did,
Explain
indeed.
the first year, how lovely it was.
OMG. Oh God. I worry that my ex-boss... My ex-boss... What do you mean?
Well, don't worry about anything. I'm saying, no, stop worrying.
Mummy's singing. I do worry that my ex-boss is going to listen to this, as if that's ever going to happen. No. So I joined the company in 2021 under... a boss that was lovely, and I was his sort of right-hand man, if you will. I shall edit that out. Mummy just divulged all the information that I have to now edit out. Thank you so much.
Oh God, okay.
Well, yes, it was a nice corporate job, very comfortable, lots of ups and downs. It was the beginning of a project, and then it, developed into a full-blown successful project. And I was with him, this nice first boss, from day one, and the team, and blah, blah, blah.
Exceptionally lovely.
He was lovely. So that went on, and then he announced last August, I'm leaving, and a new person
Charlotte
is coming.
Elizabeth, oh my God, if I could tell you that message I got from you. I thought,
Oh, you'll never guess. So,
Life
anywho,
cannot go on.
rest in peace. So then last August,
didn't
no, I know. The last August, the boss number 2 arrived, and
bulldozed his way in.
literally,
That buffoon.
Oh my God, you can't say that.
I've just said it.
I know you have.
He's absolutely
I can't.
aggressive.
This is why I have to edit out the thing that you
He's
said.
not going
Yeah.
to. He's aggressive.
In case you hadn't guessed,
Also
Mummy's
does a
got
lot of unscrupulous things as
quite
well.
a strong opinion.
And unethical.
Okay.
In case you're listening.
Okay.
I won't say the name of
So
the group.
stop. Oh. Anyway, so I quit my job after I should have quit in March.
Explain what happened when he arrived.
A lot of masculine energy, a lot of macho vibe. What's the word?
What,
when
where he
they're
discriminates against women?
anti-feminist. Yeah, it was just there was just a lot of toxicity in the workplace that I wasn't enjoying, and lowering my motivation, and I was feeling very undervalued, etc. And in March, it kind of hit a high or a low, if you will, where I should have quit and I didn't. And then it took me till literally the beginning of August, end of July end of July, that I announced my departure.
During that time that you were there, when it hit a high or a low in March, you were right, they were wrong.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
but when you're
very, very, very bad what they did.
When you're a fish in a sea of sharks, you really can't fight the sharks. You just have to swim away. So, my point is, if you are considering doing something drastic, but you're really afraid of,
Call me.
not having what you currently have. Pardon?
Call me.
Yes. Alternatively, just listen. If you're afraid of doing something because you're worried about the outcome, or you're afraid of not having what you currently have, or you're afraid of change, or you're not sure of what's on the other side of the door, but you feel in your gut that it's wrong and that you need to be leaving a situation, it's always a lot easier once you've done it. Like, once you've actually done it and handed in the notice, or broken up with someone, or had that difficult conversation, or, whatever it is that needs to be done. Once you've actually done it, you look back and think, that wasn't so difficult. So I would just advise anyone in a similar situation, bite the bullet, do it, and you will feel so much better.
You're right.
Well, if your gut tells you it's the right thing to do, I always follow my gut, or I always try to, because my gut's always right.
There is good and bad, because if you did finish in March, it wouldn't have been so satisfying. You witnessed him and the way he deals with people as an inhumane human being. You witnessed so much of that it would have been unethical, really, for you to have stayed in your position, which was a high position, and stayed there knowing what you knew, and would have seemed like you were supporting the things that he was doing, which is unethical.
Morally,
and
I
probably
did not align.
But between March and then, I wouldn't advise people quite the same. I would say, once you decide that, give it some time to see if you're deciding right. A little bit of time, but have it in your mind. Evaluate.
So, so 2 weeks in, and I'm doing fine. I don't miss it. I'm still in contact with all the colleagues that I've made as friends, and that's the most important part.
Lovely friends.
Yeah. And I've got good memories, and it was time. Moving on to the next segment.
Ooh, I like the next segment. Right, my darling.
He's a 10.
But... So...
What a good jingle.
Have you got some...
I've got one.
Oh, okay.
Shall I go first, or do you want...
Yeah, have you got two?
No, I've only got one.
I've got
this
two.
week.
So
you go first then. You better go first.
Okay. So think of Brad Pitt. Think of Nick. No, young Brad Pitt with the dimples.
Oh, not really.
When
he's
cheeky.
good looking, but
okay. Nick Bateman.
I quite like a good Leo DiCaprio.
His face is too little. His nose is too small.
Face is too little.
It's another one of those noses like that Richard freaking Madden.
Oh, what about
Nick Bateman, Michael B. Jordan.
He's not really my type.
Michael B. Jordan.
He's okay.
Okay, I'm going to show you some pictures of Michael B. Jordan in a minute. Broderick Hunter.
I don't know who that is. I really don't.
Okay, Terence Talley.
Who? I have not a clue who that is. None of
I know. I tell you who's got the most beautiful face, but you won't see. I'm going to get them up on the screen.
Oh,
you're going to see what she
She's got
says.
her computer right here.
Yeah.
Go on then. Show me.
Hang on, I've got to get in first.
I was going to go for the good old trusty tradish Jude
Law. Oh yeah, Jude Law. Do you know Jude Law? What about Tiny Temper?
Tiny Temper?
Oh,
sorry, is it 2005?
Have you seen his face? Okay,
yes, I know what Tiny. Why? Okay, are all these men black? Oh well, quite a few. Oh my god! No, she's just googled black models.
No, I have not. What about Tobias Sorensen?
Who's that?
Oh god, you're really not in it,
not down with the kids.
Okay, let's just.
No, who's this first person you were going to Google?
Wait.
Terence Talley, another black man, right?
Oh, but look. Oh my god.
He's a solid 9.
Because you can see his whole face really close up next to you.
Yeah, he is quite close up. And Mummy's screen is actually really big, so it's quite life-sized.
He's beautiful. Look at those eyelashes. They're at least a metre long. Right, but I love this picture of Tiny Temper. You go, Tiny Temper?
Oh, it's just bizarre. I've never like considered him as a.
Oh, watch this face.
I like Tiny Temper
watch the face.
Aesthetically. I'm watching the face. Yes, he's very aesthetically pleasing.
She's
off. She's found her 10. Can he do any wrong? That is the question. These are just all good-looking models.
They're not all models.
He's got his hand down his pants. Don't like him.
Don't you? No. All men put their hands down their pants. Oh, look at that. Look at the Clint
Who are these
Eastwood
people?
Son. Okay, so we're looking. We must keep on. Tobias Sorensen.
Who is Tobias Sorensen?
Oh.
Okay, yeah, no, I do quite like A$AP Rocky, I will admit. Oh, another black man. I see we're on a roll here.
Okay, so
right, anyone else? I'll choose if I have to choose from your list, which evidently I do. Is there someone else?
I thought there was another one. Your fave is
out of this list. Yeah, Broderick Hunter. Okay.
You know why? Because you like.
What are we going to call him?
You like the mischievous. He's got little dimples there, darling.
Oh
look.
Oh,
there and there.
Broderick Hunter. Okay, so he can be my 10 this week.
He's your 10.
Okay.
So he's lovely, isn't he?
Yes,
he's gorgeous, very good looking.
He's 10 out of 10.
He's 10 out of 10 in every way, but he never plays or watches any sport. Not even football, cricket, basketball, tobogganing, sailing, Formula 1, skiing, anything, whatever floats your boat. He just does not take part in or watch. Wouldn't you think he was gay?
I don't know.
Well,
what does he do with his time?
Models.
And then what? And then what does he like watch on TV? Well, he doesn't.
Obviously, he likes playing music, laying in bed next to you, serenading you, taking you out to beautifully romantic.
It doesn't sound bad, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's a bit worrying.
It is a bit of a concern, I will admit.
A man who doesn't
I like a man who is interested in like football, rugby, you know, the manly sports.
Any sport will do.
Not any sport.
Not golf, because that's not a sport.
Bloody darts.
Not golf either.
Or cycling.
Because that's not a sport.
Exactly.
Or cycling with the skinny legs with the lycra. What's wrong?
We've got off track. I reckon I'd give him a 7, to be honest.
Okay, so you'd say, if he invited you out, what would you say?
Yeah,
there'd be quite a lot of conditions because I'd have to agree.
Right, but you've already chosen him. I had to pick from your list.
But I don't know him well enough. I've only met him
Neither do
5 times. I wish. Right, okay.
7.
Oh, 7 out of 10. That's good then. So he's on a winner. You're on a winner with him.
Yeah.
What do you think of his name?
Broderick. No.
Would you call him Brody?
Yeah.
Hunter.
Or Hunter.
Well, don't adopt his name if you marry him.
Bro.
Don't snort, darling. It does not become you.
So, my question is, he's a 10. Who's your 10?
James Dean.
Good choice. But he freaks out at bugs and insects. I can't do spiders, caterpillars, butterflies.
Nil. 0.
Why are you always like this?
Okay, I'll get a bit more. I get
cockroaches.
Oh God,
he can probably cope with an ant.
No, sorry, no. I need somebody who's going to be the big muscle man.
But he looks muscly. Like he's one of these men that you've just listed. He's a
man
10.
Being stronger in his mind is more important than being stronger in his body.
Quote of the day.
So both would be preferable. No, I can't cope with that. So what I'd do is I would embrace the first few days, weeks or months with him before he revealed.
Right, before he encounters such a bug.
Yeah, so
and
I'll
then
give him
he goes
5
out the window. Okay.
Oh, completely.
Okay.
Oh, completely.
Right.
Of course.
So he's a temporary 10. A temp 10, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when he gets over, if he gets over his problem, then maybe he can come back and try again.
Maybe you can give him some psychotherapy for it.
I haven't got time to be doing that.
No, I know.
If he can't sort himself out, I'm certainly not doing it.
Okay.
Right, darling. Think
Another
of
one?
No, you can't have Broderick Hunter. Which other one do you want? What about Tiny Temper?
One. Well, clearly you've chosen
Is it
for
Tiny
me.
Temper?
No, do you know what? I'm going to go back to Jude Law.
Oh,
I like a nice tradition.
You know, I have to say,
a nice
of all the
tradition
men that you pick,
yes,
I'm not just thinking of him in The Holiday.
As we all are.
As we all are. I'm thinking of him as a very mature but still young, attractive in many ways. His voice, his looks, his expressions, his deep sort of... I think he has a deep caring for other people. I think he's a very reasonable human being. I think he's quite intelligent. I can't really think of anything wrong with him. Maybe his name.
Right.
So maybe we could find out
like
your
his
second
name,
name.
Jude.
Don't be silly. It sounds like
Jude.
the Beatles singing about a girl.
Okay.
I bet people
So,
read it and they go,
anyway.
hey.
Hey, Jude.
God.
Oh,
Okay,
cringe.
so Jude Law is a good one
Yeah.
because I love him too. So if
Well,
you did
that
meet,
narrows
if
it
Jude
down.
Law does invite you to go out with him, I will approve.
Oh, okay. I'll say yes then.
I think I might have to just check him out for about a
Well,
week first.
you're about to tell me what's wrong with him. So tell me.
Oh yeah. Oh, again, I can't use this one because
What
you're
do
going to
you
think.
mean?
Okay, now I'm going to use it.
I think you want
Okay, so he's lovely.
to. He's a 10, yeah.
He's really nice. He's a
Yeah.
10, but he has to sleep in your bed every single night. Share your bed every night, so you don't get the
Not
night.
if I say no.
No, you
What
do.
on earth?
No, share your bed. Don't say he has to do anything. So he has to
No, I
get in
know.
bed with you. So your body takes up only half the bed. So you can't starfish like you do. You can't get up in the middle of the night and keep going to the loo because you drank too much every 5 minutes because you'll wake him. You can't get really hot because you'll just sort of have ice packs in there and that will get in his way. You can't wake up and get up in the morning without creeping
Oh
about.
my god, wait.
You can't go to bed with a face pack. You can't go to bed with your hair mask on. You can't go to bed without having got all your nails and everything ready and so on.
Look perfect all the time. Oh my gosh. But wait. Why does
she's
he
not gonna
have
try and
to?
fix
No,
it.
I don't understand why he has to.
Why do you always have to fix
Is it like-
everything?
Oh, I'm just asking why
Because
he
his
has
mum and
to.
dad are from the East End, and they're very, they're not, but let's say very, very traditional, and they
Oh,
think
okay.
they think that being together means sharing a marital bed
Oh, you're right there.
every single night for 40, 50
Oh,
years.
for God's sake, no.
That's like an absolutely ridiculous
Such a
situation.
commitment.
And also,
No.
you're never going to have the bed to yourself. You're never.
my
What if he comes home and he's had a curry? What if he comes home and he's drunk?
Oh my gosh.
You've got to
What
sit
if
next to him.
What if you're like on your lady time? Oh,
And he's right next to you.
Go away. Get out of my bed.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. If it's like one of those things where it's an all or nothing. It's
Nothing.
I have to be in your bed every night. Then I can't cope with it. It's a 2.
Yeah, I would be the same.
Actually, maybe even a 1.
Can I just tell everyone what I think about this? It's an absolutely brilliant idea. It would keep marriages alive and relationships alive for
I
longer.
love that.
It's like, would you like to come in my bed tonight? And then you can choose.
Yeah.
Would you like us to share the bedroom? Share your
Yeah.
bedroom tonight? Be invited into their bedroom.
Yeah, and also, if there's like an argument or a disagreement, or even if you just get too hot in the night, no one has to go and sleep on the sofa.
Or in the spare bedroom.
No.
It's not a thing like, oh, I've had enough of you kind of thing.
I
To
think that's a
crawl
good
in-
idea. I agree with you on that, to be honest.
To crawl in the same bed, in the same sheets, in the
No.
same bedroom.
I think a lot of people are going to agree, and a lot of people are going to disagree.
I don't think many people would disagree.
Oh yeah,
What?
because if they're
Who?
tradition, they're like, no, the marital bed is the marital bed.
Only on nights when
but
it's
that's just-
maritable. What about...
But I mean, that's just like on paper that's what should happen, but actually why and who invented that and who says you couldn't...
Think of the royals. Think of the royals.
They have separate rooms.
They have separate bedrooms.
Separate quarters.
I would like to have completely separate rooms. I would like to have a house big enough to have separate quarters, but because it keeps the romance going.
Absolutely.
Because you wonder, you go to bed at night and you say, no night, darling, no night, sleep well. And you wonder, is he going to text me and say, come into my bedroom tonight? Don't you?
Well, don't text me.
Why? What are you going to do?
Come to my face.
What?
Say it to my face.
What? Say it to my face? What are we doing now?
A bit of
Are we
temper.
doing a bit of romance? No. You've got your phone and you can WhatsApp you.
No, why can't you
All
say
right,
it to
mine
my
can
face?
WhatsApp me and yours
Right,
can be what
okay.
comes to your blinking face.
Right.
I'll tell you why, because maybe you're just about to go to bed and you've got your hair in curlers.
Then it's an instant no, isn't it? He can't...
No, you might decide it's a nice night and you'll take your curlers out. Anyway, however we are.
We've digressed.
Right, so he's a 10, and I did want to talk more about men. Oh yeah, I've got another question. Darling,
Right, okay.
a question.
Go on.
What is the best, you're allowed 3, what is the best qualities in a man?
That is the most hardest question.
Do you mean the most hard?
Yeah, I don't know why I did a double superlative. Okay, courage, for sure.
Is that your first
Yeah.
one?
I
Oh,
love
that's
a brave, courageous man who isn't timid, isn't too like, I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, God.
Would like jump in front of a bus for me, that kind of vibe.
Oh,
Courage.
you're living in La La Land.
Listen.
You're never going to find
Yeah,
it.
I know, but that is my favourite quality. So
Do you know
men,
what?
if
I
you're
think
listening.
you're watching too much Disney.
Yeah.
It sounds like Mr. Lee or Shang. Or
Shang Li.
I mean, come on, honey. We're talking about real men.
I am as well.
Okay.
Some are courageous.
Okay, come on. That's the most important
All right.
thing.
So that's number 1. Number 2. Oh, crumbs. Oh, I think I like. This is a 2-in-1. This is romance and chivalry together. A sort of traditional, appreciates
Yeah,
the
Jude Law, it sounds like to me.
the chivalrousnesses
Yeah.
and romanticisms of life, and is very traditional in that sense, and will open the car
So
door and will buy me flowers and will romance me.
But
and all
the thing
of that
is,
kind of
every
stuff.
single man can open a car door, but do they
Will
continue?
they?
No,
That-
no.
Yeah, no, that's
they
what
will.
I mean.
They will, but do
Consistently
they
and continuously.
Yeah. A real chivalrous man does it from the heart.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. And then my third one would be humour, obviously. If you're not making me laugh, and then you're boring. If you're like really
Yeah.
interesting, but
Lots
you're not funny, then you're boring. Sorry.
Lots of females say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
need
want
to
him-
be laughing
yeah.
at all times.
And
I make
it's-
myself laugh 99% of the time. For the
Why?
1% of the time that I'm not laughing at myself, you need to make me laugh. Thank
Who,
you.
me?
No.
A man.
Yes.
Ask me.
Oh, all right. What are your 3 top qualities in a man?
Well, probably the same as most people. So number 1, honesty.
Well, yes.
Number 2, kindness, not just to me, but to everybody, whether I'm looking or not. Whether you say you are or not, actions speak louder
Well,
than
that's
words.
honesty, isn't it?
Yeah, true. So honesty, kindness, though, kindness, and well, can I have more than 3?
No.
Well,
Absolutely
I'll
not.
have
You can't bend the
generosity,
rules.
generosity mixed with courage and comedy.
Oh no, no, certainly not. That's 3 very separate things.
Okay.
You have to pick one.
Because it's one kindness would be generous, wouldn't it?
No,
Okay,
no, they're not the same thing either. Don't try and sneak in an extra.
3 is enough for me.
No, well, me neither.
Okay, honesty, kindness. Yeah, comedy's a good one, isn't it? But generosity. Imagine if somebody's like really wealthy, really honest, really courageous, really all this, but he just puts all his money in the bank and gives it to somebody to save the ants. And he doesn't want to
Yes, I'm
spend
sure
it
there's
on
plenty of men out there like that.
generous in ways like he'd give up his chair looking in the right direction in a restaurant for you so you can have the best wine.
That's chivalry.
Oh, that's chivalry, yeah.
So no.
So that as well.
So well, what's your 3 then? You still have.
Okay, honesty and kindness.
Yes, I know those.
Comedy.
Okay, so
And generosity.
A sense of. No, sorry, you've said comedy. You've said sense of humour. That's it. That's you. I'm
Okay.
cutting you off. Right. Hot topic of the week was revealed yesterday. Neymar, you know the footballer?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Neymar children or Neymar date.
Neymar.
No, I don't.
The Brazilian football player,
Oh, yes.
Barcelona, then went to Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes.
The really, really good one.
Oh, yes. Is he good looking?
Not really.
Sounds black.
He's the one that topples all over the field and pretends that he's hurt.
Is he black?
Yes.
Who does he play for when he's not international?
Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh.
He was Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
Then Paris Saint-Germain. And, okay, so the news is he's just been signed to a new team called Al Hilal, which is in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, my God.
I would like you to guess how much money he will be earning per year.
Okay, well, it will be an incredible amount because if he's been signed to that club, they're just showing off about how much money they've got, nothing else.
He's 31 years old.
He's 31. He's been signed to that club. Where was he born?
He's Brazilian. I'm
Oh,
not
Brazilian.
really sure.
Okay.
Take a wild guess. Per year, in euros, we'll do euros. How much is he earning per year now he's going to be signed to Al Hilal?
Oh, $21 million. 21 million euros a year.
No?
More?
Yes.
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. There's people who can't. I'm furious. People can't even drink water and live.
I know. It's actually silly.
Yeah, but you know
a
what?
footballer. Sorry.
No,
I know I'm being a girl about it.
No.
Really.
I get the commercial side of football. I get that they go for a
there's
lot
a
of money, but but with this isn't real. This is them.
This is
showing
silly
off.
figures. This is just not even real life.
They're just showing off about
so
how much
guess.
money.
Next, take another guess.
Per year, yeah, but he's only going to be playing for how many more years? Then
Well,
half a year. I wouldn't.
I
count.
don't know.
Yeah, this is it. They're showing off, so they'll say he's going to be paid. I don't know what I just said.
You said 20 mil.
Right, 20 million
a year.
It's probably about 80 million. So they're going to pay him 80 million pounds, let's say, for a year. But they know full well that he won't last more than 3 months. It's more than 80 million, isn't it?
It's more than 80 million.
Oh, it's sick. Sick. I won't talk about this.
Would you like me to tell you?
Yeah.
150 million a year.
Yeah, but when you say a year, you're thinking that's more than one lot. But
Well,
won't
if he
stay there that
stays.
long.
Let's assume he does. Even if he stays for a year,
I bet he does.
he could retire after
This is
that, couldn't he?
just so that the football club in Saudi Arabia can show off in the
That's
press
embarrassing.
how much money they've
That's vulgar and embarrassing.
got. Has he accepted?
I think so. He just signed, apparently. I mean, I don't follow the football news that much, but
He's signed, all just
That's
for
what
money.
I heard.
But what about who is? Would you work for that much money? 100?
Yes.
What was it? Would you? So you would work.
no, it wouldn't.
Well, you
actually.
would work for another X number of years for that much money next to the boss that you've just resigned from, next to him
Yeah.
and with him, and share his ethics.
I think I would for a year,
But you
and
wouldn't-
then
you
give
wouldn't
out
be-
all that money to charity and the people that need it,
You wouldn't.
and get him assassinated with that
You
money.
wouldn't be. You wouldn't be alive though. You couldn't
Why?
possibly
What
live
do
with
you
that.
mean?
That
I know,
vulgar
but
human
maybe I
being.
could with that amount of money. But it is a silly amount of money. It is silly.
Oh, it's
It's
disgusting.
silly.
It's quite disgusting.
Yeah.
It's actually vulgar.
Right. Well, I'm glad I got your reaction.
Right, this is something I've chosen to do. Now, Angelina Jordan is a Norwegian musical artist who started singing at the age of apparently 1.5, but let's say 7, where she was noticed. Her voice is, if you haven't heard of her, look her up. Well, actually, you can go to our YouTube channel, and we've reacted to so many of Angelina Jordan's music.
Probably about 10.
Or more.
Maybe.
She's absolutely astoundingly good. Her voice is, she's a genius vocalist, probably unbeaten. Anyway, she's just brought out a new EP called Old Enough, which I think is a great title, and it's come out on Republic Records. Now, I've listened to 2 of the 6 tracks. Firstly, let's say Fire and Rain. My God, what a shock. Now, I haven't looked at her singing since she performed the Whitney Houston I've Got Nothing.
Oh, I love that. Did we react to that? I think we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. Now, I'll bring you back on that in a moment. But I looked at firstly Fire and Rain, and I got a shock. She, from the amazing child star that she was at 7 years old, she grew organically from then up to Whitney Houston's biggest number, I Have Nothing, at a live concert. Now, remember that powder blue dress, for those of you who know her, that she wore at that live concert.
It was a lovely gown.
It was lovely, and her long opera gloves. It was my favourite performance of hers ever, because you can watch it 20 times, and on the 21st time, still all your hair stands on end.
It's really good.
She takes that song, sings it perfectly, makes it her own, and it really is questionable who did the best, Whitney or her. So anyway, she grew organically, and
she was on Norway's Got Talent, wasn't she?
She was, yeah. She won that. I think she was 7 or 8 there. Now that's a big, massive, huge song, but she absolutely high jumped that. The shock, though, is now. Still, of course, the voice is still there, but whose idea was it, besides LA commercialism, to start introducing the lips and lashes to that extent?
How old is she now?
17. But I suspect the stylist or the producer or both has encouraged a big change of mannerisms as well. So first of all, she's changed her looks, the cuteness. She's still amazing. Cute, she's good looking, of course. Different appeal. Doesn't need it. Her voice does everything for her. She doesn't need this. They've obviously thought it was a good idea to make her commercial, so she makes lots of money. They're not going to be genuine followers like she's got now. Or it might be the producer that's encouraged a big change of her mannerisms. So she starts singing things, that they've mentioned Adele to her because she's doing that. There's a little bit in her voice now, in my opinion. There's just a little bit too much of the Leona Lewis twang,
Yeah, it's a bit too much now. I remember before it was there, but it was just
natural.
Sufficient.
And it was there because it was natural. It was a natural part of her singing, like Leona Lewis. But somehow they've asked her to do a bit more of that.
Too much now.
And I'm sorry, but the Amy Winehouse effect is a little bit too strong. None of all this, however, disguises the absolute utter brilliance of her singing ability. That's unbeatable, I think.
She is talented.
But I then took to the second track I listened to out of the 6, which is Now I'm the Fool. Here, I can hear a lot more organic Angelina. I just think the stylist or whoever is responsible for this rapid growth into the commercial spotlight is trying far too hard. She's a natural. Just let her grow up, of course, but let her do it naturally. And if you haven't yet seen Angelina at her cutest, let me just tell you, watch her aged 8 singing Fly Me to the Moon on The View. It's 2014.
Young.
She was really young. It was 2014 on YouTube. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And what do you think?
It was good. My favourite is still that Whitney Houston in the open air concert.
Because it's hard. It's hard when you're that close to the audience.
How can you do that song? No one really does it very well,
They do it close to Whitney Houston.
They do
a few
it close,
people. Nobody.
They either impersonate Whitney or they do it their own way, but kind of there's some flaws.
Yeah, there's no flaws. It's perfection. And I would say, but everyone, just take her style back to that top stage performance look of the Whitney Houston number. Look at her audience there.
Yeah. I mean, I know we've got a lot of Angelina Jordan fans in our audience, so I'm wondering what they all think of her updated look, updated style.
Well, they can't find any fault with her, but they need to see that sometimes people are styled and producers push them for commercialism, which ruins their authenticity.
It seems to be Californicated.
Yeah. And, what annoys me is, there's the audience that she's got. She's already got the audience. They don't need to start putting her amongst the 17 to 25-year-old.
That is very true, yeah. And maybe they're trying to put her into the mainstream. But
well, then the competition will...
Yeah, the competition will eat her up.
Yeah, well, she'll be in amongst...
She doesn't need to be there, because she's already doing great things for...
The best track on the EP for me, where we can see clear visions in her style of Lisa Marie Presley and Amy Winehouse, is Love Don't Let Me Go, where we can hear Angelina's voice really pure but still penetrating every note. Keep it natural, keep it pure. And final words, Angelina had a fast-track ticket to lifelong stardom when she performed Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing. She had elegance, beauty, cuteness, and a voice that could never, ever be doubted. And now she's being thrown out there to an audience of all ages, and they're just trying too hard to fit her in that 17 to 25-year age gap.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right,
But
that ends that.
Doesn't take away from the fact that if you haven't heard her album, buy it, get it on Spotify, do it, because it is tremendous.
When's it out, or it's out now?
It's out now, I think. It's absolutely tremendous.
Good.
Every track is superb.
Thank you for tuning in to episode 8. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review on Spotify or on Apple Music.
If you didn't enjoy it, you can say so.
Or, well, I'd rather you didn't, but yeah.
I would rather you did.
Send us a DM on Insta. We're at Travelling with Mother. Twitter, we are at TWM_HQ. TikTok, we're at Travelling with Mother. YouTube, we're at Travelling with Mother. And that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yep.
We're going to go and top up our Aperol Spritzes, make some dinner, and...